Leyla and Emre venture into the sun-dappled woods, their figures small against the towering trees. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting an ethereal glow on the forest path ahead. Leyla's voice echoes softly as she breaks the silence. "Let's just walk, clear our heads." Emre nods in agreement, his expression a mix of relief and lingering apprehension. "Yeah, no strange doors this time," Emre replies, a subtle caution coloring his tone. The two continue deeper, the woods offering a sanctuary from recent turmoil. Sunlight filters through the canopy, dappling the forest floor as they venture deeper. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and verdant leaves, creating a tranquil embrace. Each step crunches softly on the path, a subtle symphony accompanying their journey. Shadows dance around them, playing with the light as they are swallowed by the woods. The peaceful atmosphere of the forest envelops them, a serene escape from the outside world. Deep in the woods, an ominous shadow suddenly engulfs the forest floor, silencing the birds and chilling the air. A gust of wind tears through the trees, stirring the leaves into a frenzied dance, a sign of the coming storm. The leaves swirl in a chaotic vortex, like nature holding its breath before the storm unleashes its fury. The woods grow eerily silent, the only sound is the rising wind, hinting at a hidden menace within the forest. A sudden storm descends upon the woods, thunder ripping through the sky as lightning illuminates the ancient trees. The sunlight vanishes, swallowed by an encroaching darkness. Emre frantically pulls out his phone, its screen casting an eerie glow on his face. Hope flickers as he checks the forecast, seeking reassurance in the digital world. His eyes widen in disbelief as the screen betrays him. "It says clear skies for the next hay," Emre shouts, a mix of anger and fear in his voice. In the woods, the phone glitches wildly, its screen a chaotic dance of distorted images and erratic flickers. The navigation app spins and recenters without control, the compass needle a frantic blur of disorientation. Lightning strikes the ground, air crackling with ozone as a blinding flash sears the senses. They are lifted, weightless, as electrical energy surges, the woods filled with blinding white light. Leyla and Emre awaken on the forest floor, the morning light filtering through the trees. The sky, now clear, offers a stark contrast to the previous night's ordeal. The sound of approaching hooves breaks the silence. A man on horseback, clad in weathered leather armor, rides past, a silent observer in the woods. Leyla bolts upright, eyes wide with confusion, scanning the dense, unfamiliar woods. Emre's frantic gaze is glued to his phone, his face etched with growing dread. Leyla's voice trembles as she whispers, "Where are we?" "We're back in time again," Leyla says, her voice filled with disbelief, and they walk to the nearby town. Villagers stare, their eyes reflecting a mix of curiosity and suspicion as the strangers enter their world. Children peek from behind their mothers, their faces betraying fear and fascination towards the glowing rectangles. An unspoken challenge hangs heavy in the air, the village holding its breath. Emre raises his hands high, a gesture of peace against the backdrop of the wary village. His voice rings out, a plea for understanding. "We're friendly, we're not dangerous." Leyla steps forward, reinforcing Emre's words with her own calm assurance. "We're travelers, that's all," she declares, her voice steady amidst the palpable tension. Emre runs to a quiet corner of the village. He struggles with his phone, the screen casting an eerie glow on his anxious face. The phone's light lights Emre's face, revealing his desperate attempt to find his way with the compass app. He decides to join Leyla, but a villager's cry pierces, accusingly labeling him sorcerer. Another voice rises, the accusation stinging. "Witch girl!" The crowd's suspicion tightens around Emre. In the busy village, a thin man with tangled hair forces his way through the crowd. He abruptly stops, his gaze fixating on someone in the crowd. His voice cracks as he accuses, "I know you, you're a sorcerer, and your sister is a witch." The crowd parts, revealing expressions of shock and unease. The sun-baked village square seems to hold its breath. Leyla's eyes widen with disbelief and dawning hope as she stares at the man amidst swirling dust devils. "You believe us?" Leyla asks, her voice barely a whisper in the vastness. Serhan's gaze is steady. "Of course, I'm from the future too," he replies, a hint of mystery in his tone. "Or maybe the future is from me. Hard to tell," he adds, his words hanging in the hot, still air. In the heart of the village square, Serhan pauses, a mischievous glint in his eyes. "I am trapped here. You know, I once saw a man dancing like a moon ghost. Michael Jackson, I think? Hee. He attempts a clumsy moonwalk, his feet shuffling awkwardly across the cobblestones, a comical sight. The villagers watch with amusement, a mix of laughter and disbelief spreading through the crowd. His moonwalk falters, yet he continues, lost in his own world, briefly channeling the king of pop. Emre and Leyla gasp, their eyes wide with disbelief, a mixture of fear and curiosity flickering across their faces. Emre, stunned, stammers. He is also from the future. Leyla, equally shocked, adds, or at least part of him is. Name's Sirhan. I'll help you, he declares, his words cutting through the tension. They decide to head Sirhan's small hut, which perches on the edge, overlooking a sweeping valley, a hidden sanctuary. Inside, shadows dance as Sirhan carefully ushers them, a silent promise of safety. The valley stretches out below, an expansive landscape of freedom and danger. Sunlight streams through cracks, illuminating dust motes in the quiet refuge. A sense of temporary peace settles as they remain hidden, for now. The hut stands as a beacon of hope against the vast and uncertain world. Inside Sirhan's dimly lit hut, shadows flicker on the rough walls, the air thick with wood smoke and herbs. Layla's face is etched with concern, her eyes reflecting the dancing shadows and unspoken fears. We need to help people somehow, Leyla says, her voice barely a whisper in the heavy, smoke-filled air. A glimmer of hope sparks in her eyes, a desperate plea for trust amidst the uncertainty. Next morning, Leyla and Emre go to an old house to help an old person in his bed. People are shocked. Market's chaos, they avert a crash, unseen, quiet. A whispered warning from Emre prevents a child from stumbling, a tiny act of foresight rippling through the day. At night, torches flicker, painting the village in a dance of light and shadow. Urgent whispers weave through the crowd, a rising tide of unease. Protecting the town. The villagers' cry echoes, a desperate plea. Sirhan steps forward, his voice a stark contrast to the rising panic. His words cut through the night. Fear is louder than truth. What harm have they caused? The villagers turn to Sirhan, hope and doubt warring in their eyes. Sirhan assures them they will be gone by tomorrow. Meanwhile, inside Sirhan's dimly lit hut, Emre and Leyla appear worn, shadows dancing around them. Emre's voice, heavy with longing, breaks the silence. We need to go home. Leyla responds with a question filled with despair. Yes, but how? Sirhan's voice cuts through, offering a cryptic solution. Return how you arrived. Maybe you will succeed. They arrive back at the forest edge, the air still charged from the lightning strike. Emre still clutches his phone in vain, his face a mask of apprehension. Leyla scans the sky, searching for answers in the clouds. A silent question hangs between them, mirroring the uncertainty of the storm-touched woods. At the forest edge, a sudden shift in the wind whips through the trees, stirring the leaves into a frenzy of motion. Clouds gather with unnatural haste, casting the forest into an ominous twilight. A blinding flash of lightning illuminates the scene, a jagged streak against the darkened sky. The lightning strikes the ground with terrifying accuracy, a focal point of raw, untamed power. Emre's voice rings out with excitement and triumph amidst the storm's fury. We found it! A daring leap towards the heavens where lightning forks. Their figures silhouetted against the stormy sky, hope and trepidation etched on their faces. A moment of breathless anticipation hangs in the air, thick with the scent of rain and earth. The lightning flashes, illuminating their outstretched hands, reaching for the impossible. Nothing happens. The world remains unchanged, their dreams suspended in the charged atmosphere. A blinding flash illuminates the forest's edge, the air crackling with raw energy as the final bolt strikes the earth. The ground vanishes beneath their feet, an unexpected chasm opening into darkness. They are plunged into an abyss. The forest edge is silent, nature reclaiming the void. Sunlight filters through the trees as they awaken in the silent woods, disoriented. The familiar trail stretches before them, lined by the same towering trees, a mocking repetition. Emre stares at his phone in disbelief. The screen shows full bars, a beacon in the wilderness. A wave of relief washes over Emre, a fragile hope flickering in his eyes. We're home, he breathes, his voice a mix of disbelief and overwhelming relief. Deep in the woods, Emre's phone buzzes, breaking the silence. Emre answers the phone, anticipation etched on his face. Sirhan's face fills the screen, an ominous smile playing on his lips. His voice echoes from the phone. See you soon. Lightning doesn't make you travel backward. It is your mind.